Alright, this is Lennon McCarthy. This is part 3 of my Mass Effect playthrough. I'm going to look around the ship and talk to people. It should be very action-packed. Playing the exciting music. I'll go to the Citadel if I have time this episode, otherwise I'll go later. Probably won't take long to look around the ship though.
Hey, Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
When your number comes up, it's over. His dead.
That's grim, Commander. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Not after Torfin. That must have been hell.
Every time you kill, it gets a little easier.
With all due respect, I'm glad you're on our side.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Oops.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
We hate aliens here too. I'm just kidding. You can't hate aliens too much in these games.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I'm gonna ask you personal questions.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
Yeah, he's my commanding officer, but I'm not very familiar with him.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Maybe those commendations were for the headaches.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenka was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, that's it.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, I have stuff in my locker. Can't talk to these people. They're just snubbing me. Caden.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Not very chatty right now. What are you doing in my room, Anderson?
Go
Oh,
speak
yeah.
to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Alright. Mass Effect 1 is an elevator riding simulator. is a short trip here, though. I'll check out the Mako. Oh, I can't check it out. Oh, yes, I can. Don't think I have anything I want to sell yet. Well, I have a few assault rifles, but I don't know. I don't even think they sell for much. This is Medigel material right here. I probably don't want to. No. Yeah, I don't think these sell for much. The exciting sorting of inventory. Yeah, I don't have that much stuff yet. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies? What are those?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue.
It's
That's
junk
not
and you can't
necessarily a
afford
bad
it
thing.
yet.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff
Because
doesn't
I'm a
come from the
grifter.
Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Manufacturers? What are those?
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Yeah, you're doing a booming business on this ship. Lots of people are buying stuff from you. Oh yeah, I'm the only one that ever shops here.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. Okay, I won't buy this. I don't think it's... I literally can't afford anything else. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I was just out with them, so there's no point in doing that. Well, it seems healthy to stand near that thing.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Soldiers die. What are you gonna do? He went out like he wanted to. Guns a-blazing. I wonder if Presley has anything new to say.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
I'm gonna read this manual right now. Yeah, this is a huge crew we've got here. I mean, not a skeleton crew at all.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
I don't know how it looks like scale models, but it kind of does.
You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground
It
team.
is
from
a small
Eden
crew.
Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Well, he's an asshole.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres.
I'm
The
gonna
mission
make my
on
own
Eden Prime was a
Spectres.
chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
It's evergreen. Okay. Look at the map. Guess I'll do a save. Oh, I can give people points. Oh, you know what? I should do pistols before I get in any more gunfights. Maybe not right away, but pretty soon. Okay, here's the map. Whoops. No, this is screwed. Ah. So I need that Omnigel for. I missed whatever that is. It's in my journal, though. Some mission.
This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd do something rash.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You look hard to distract.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Yeah, he totally seems
Alarmed
distressed.
response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Alright then.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind.
It's good to see you
I
too.
am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our
That's what that smell is?
expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Yes, you seem active.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
See, that's hard to believe.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
He is not. I was just there.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I'm a bundle of joy.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Why are you such an asshole?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has
This is an
expanded
exciting episode.
tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
He is not. I was just there.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
They're like kind of like the odd couple or perfect strangers.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
It would, but I'll ask anyway.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Did I ask about history already? I think I did. Okay.
Tell me about Volus culture.
I forgot.
We are tribal by nature, but our
It's
ways
so
are
exciting.
not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status.
So,
Larger
slave
tribes
trading.
often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Some of us work as doorstops.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Sounds good.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
He's just
Really?
one of
How long
the
have we
casual
been waiting?
space racists in this
How long
game.
do you think we'll continue to wait?
That's alright.
Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Wish I could talk to this keeper.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Where am I?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Who does your hair?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Sophia.
What time do you get off
I'm
work?
the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What time do you get off work?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
That sounds fascinating.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I kind of tend to go through all the
I want to
dialogue.
know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law
I don't
enforcement
want to
for
miss
all
anything.
regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years
Sounds
ago.
like favoritism.
As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Was it from that asshole I just talked to?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand
Yes, I know this is
interstellar
fascinating.
trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
But they have to share it with that monotone dude.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council
'Cause they
races
suck.
have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel
You have to be
fleets.
4 feet
They
tall to be
often
a
provide
council race.
economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That sounds like space racism.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist
Oh,
and
you
Visitor
bet I
Board.
will. Okay. Just a couple
Do you
more
know
things
anything
to
about
ask.
specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
So they're not
Each Spectre
ghosts?
agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians,
Then they
the two
added the
dominant
Volus.
species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians
Who's
were
galloping
invited to join
around
the
in the
council in
background?
recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful
They're kinda like the
coexistence
Super
of the
Friends.
galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
If there aren't, I'll
I am
cause
not
them.
programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Alright then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Alright. There's lots of stuff on the Citadel. I guess I'll head over towards the council though. Yeah, I don't think I can use that yet. Lots of aliens around here. This is exciting. Okay, there's a keeper over there. I can look at him.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers. Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel.
Can he join my squad?
Keepers involved in
Can
various
you?
tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation
Can I feed
of
him
the
little
Citadel.
pieces of bread like a
Obstructing their
duck?
daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
So are you gonna go to keeper rehabilitation school? Because he messed with a keeper.
Tell me about the relay monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art?
What exactly is the
it a tribute
controversy?
to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy
Is
through
it polarizing?
mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
No, there's just
What
lots
happens
of
to
stuff
Citadel
to say
Control?
here.
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards
Citadel.
of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
Along with high-ranking keepers.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
Well, I've been asked to go
I'm
there.
scheduled to have an audience with the council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
Do you think they'll let me become a keeper? Okay, let's hear about the keepers.
I'd like to know more about the keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many keepers in this area?
The keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The keepers also make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
So, can I become a keeper, or can I at least get one to join my squad? Okay, that's not a real question.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
I could unlock the wards. I don't know. I'll come back to it. I'll just head towards the... Isn't the tower over there? Where the hell? Oh, is she standing? I thought that was the... No, that's the tower itself. Duh. I was thinking it was the wards. Alright, I think I'm actually going to save, and then next episode I'll go up in the tower and talk to the council.